Hello and welcome back to another Tea Time with me, Amanda Prochaska. Today we are going to be talking all about the reasons why you might want a career coach. We're going to go through 7 of them today, and I cannot wait to dive in. So grab your favorite drink of choice and let's come on in and talk about this very important topic. All right, here we go. So 7 reasons why you might need a career coach. And I'm loving my little mug here. Cannot wait for us to have this conversation. So career coaching is something that has truly transformed my career. I've been blessed with some really amazing coaches, some really amazing leaders who I have become friends with. And so I want to pass this along to you. Now, I am a career coach, so I can see this firsthand with my clients around the benefits that they're receiving from coaching in general. So let's go ahead and talk about number 1. Number 1 is getting grounded. This is something that we do. One of our first sessions with my particular clients is to get grounded. And what we do to make sure that you're truly grounded in your purpose and your why is we go through an exercise called finding your emotionally connected why. And I've learned this from other coaches who are out in the market. It's not something that is unique to me, but it's so important to have that grounding in your life. So often, and I know I was like this, I felt like I was just floating around. Life was kind of happening around me, but I wasn't really participating in it. And it wasn't until I really found my emotionally connected why that I was truly grounded in my life. It clarified my priorities. It clarified what was meaningful to me. It clarified my role that I wanted to play in life. So if you don't know your emotionally connected why, I highly recommend getting a coach to help you find what that is. It will give you so much clarity in life. It is the biggest and most important thing that I think a coach can bring to you out of this list of 7. We're starting with the most impactful one, a great starting point around getting grounded. Okay, so number 2 is navigational guidance. Things are happening in your life all the time. In fact, I was just talking to one of my clients the other day, and we called it the abundance of life. Like, there is just so much abundance that is happening to you, good things, not so great things, but understanding how to navigate that is very difficult to do when it's just yourself. Like most of the time, a coach can offer a different perspective. They're a little bit more removed from the emotional aspects of what's happening to you to help you gain some clarity around that navigation. One of the fundamental things that I love to do with my clients is talk about how things are being done for you, not to you, and having a very large sense of gratitude around everything that is happening to you in your life or for you in your life. So we do a lot of exercises around that. It gives more clarity and more appreciation to those moments where you feel like you have an abundance of life going on. So coaches help you navigate through those situations. They help you with decision making, that a large decision that you're trying to do, etc. So coaches really help you with that navigational guidance. Number 3 is alignment to priorities. I love working with my clients around this because they will say one thing and then maybe actions are a different thing. And it's really hard when you're doing it. I do it all the time. I talk about how I want to be more flexible, actually physically flexible, not flexible out in the world. And then my actions are completely opposite to that. A coach can help you gain that perspective to make sure that you're truly aligning your actions to what's truly important to you. Another example, I'll use an example of myself. I've had on my calendar since the beginning of the year to sit down and write my book for 30 minutes a day. Guess how many times that has happened? A big whopping 0. So a coach can help you make sure that you get what's truly important to you done, or maybe assess maybe that's just not important to you anymore. You thought it might be, but it's not anymore. And let's realign our priorities. So that's number 3. Number 4 is learning leadership skills that you can then use to multiply out into your organizations, other people that you're interacting with on a day-to-day basis. A properly coached individual now is learning certain things from their coach that they can pass along to others, just like what I'm doing right now. A lot of what I've learned that I've used with my coaching clients was because I've had great people who taught me those skills in my career, and it's now my opportunity to give back. Each of you could do the same, right? You learn something new and you're like, now I can help my team member with X, Y, and Z that they are facing because I've learned that myself. So one of the biggest learnings that I had, it was probably 16 years ago now, maybe 15 years ago now, was I was listening to a woman speaker at a conference, and she said, if you're not developing yourself, you cannot develop your team. It is virtually impossible because you are not learning new skills. So therefore you cannot pass those along to your team members. So gaining a coach can help you do that. It could be a development path for you. It could just also allow you to become that multiplier as a leader so you can pass along those leadership skills to your team. So that is number 4. Number 5 is self-awareness. And I've touched on this a little bit, but there are certain things that we do that we completely have blind spots, and we don't realize that we're doing that to our teams, our loved ones, our people that we adore in life. We might have done something that we felt was right, but a third party, a coach, can help you gain a better or more comprehensive understanding of the situation. In fact, I actually had a conversation just recently. It was not with a coaching client, but it was really eye-opening to understand something that was going on within a relationship that she was dealing with, and I was chatting with her about it, and it made me realize that I owed an apology to my husband. So for something that was going on in my life. So you just never know how things are going to come about, but when you have a great coach, it can give you that better self-awareness and understanding of your behaviors and how they're impacting others, because now you have a third-party perspective coming into the mix. All right, number 6, tools for resiliency. So there's just an awful lot going on in the world today. Whether you're working in a corporation, whether you have your own business and you're trying to expand it, whether you are looking for your next opportunity, there are challenges all around us where we truly will need to be resilient. And those who can appropriately push through those boundaries and come out ahead are the ones that are going to win. So we need tool sets to help us get there. I was talking to someone the other day and she's like, I feel like I'm doing this alone, which is not a great thing to do. But if you have a coach and if you have a tool set that you can leverage along the way to gain clarity, to help you move faster, to help you think about things differently, then you will become more resilient in those situations that are truly hard. One of the coaches that I've learned from in the past, he calls it getting through the muck and the mud of life, right? We all go through those, and having an emotionally connected why helps you quite a bit, but there are other tools that can help you get through those muddy moments in life, and that's where coaches really can help you out quite a bit. And number 7 is networking. So one of the joys that I have as a coach is that I get to introduce these wonderful people to other people in my network. And then what I ask them to do, we do a lot of practice around how are you introducing yourself? What's your image like? Like what do people think of when they think of your name? How do you build that relationship and thank someone for their time? And then how do you leverage that new contact into other networking opportunities? So it's really a beautiful thing when you do networking correctly. it's not just a moment in time point interaction. It's a long-lasting relationship that can add benefit not only to yourself, but to the other person and beyond. So if you have a coach today and they're not helping you with networking, that might be something to dive into further. And if you don't have a coach today, they can help you with networking and expanding your horizons and meeting all kinds of beautiful people in this world. So those are the 7 reasons why you might want to consider getting a coach. I'm going to run through those real quickly to summarize them. So getting grounded is number 1, finding your emotionally connected why. Number 2 is navigational guidance. Number 3, if I can hold up my fingers right. Number 3, alignment to priorities. Number 4, ethical leadership skills. Number 5, self-awareness. 6 is tools for resiliency. And number 7 is networking. So I hope you enjoyed today. I'm Amanda Prochaska. I'm the founder and chief Wonder Officer of Wonder Services. We are really here to help leaders lead change and gain the change adoption that they are looking for in their lives. One of the give backs that I give to my network is coaching. I love doing coaching. I tell my team all the time, it is the bright spot in my day-to-day is to help others through their careers, and hopefully they can become leaders who can influence and lead change in their organizations, whether it's a corporate organization, at home, or in a company that they are starting or building. So I love doing that work. If you love this video, please hit the like button, hit subscribe so we can always stay in touch. And until then, cheers. Have a wonderful day.